Okay. I'll catch you during break.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start this up here. We got a few items here, so maybe we can get these on together. So we'll do the invocation
Testing,
here.
1, 2,
Today,
3.
by the way, is the National Day of Prayer. We had the big mayor's prayer breakfast thing downtown bright and early this morning. So anyway, I'll make mention of the fact of that today is National Day of Prayer. Do we have a volunteer on the pledge?
A volunteer on what?
On the Pledge of Allegiance?
I'll do it. Unless Hoyt wants to do it, or
Whatever. Let's see, if you have the invocation, I'll be
Mhm.
glad to do the pledge.
Okay. Marie will do the roll call.
Glenda likes the minutes, right?
Yep, Glenda, you're,
Permanent minute.
I'm the permanent minute person.
There's another one right here.
Yeah, I know, all these go to Quintisha.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
all right. Then I'm gonna suspend the rules and we're gonna,
Stuck together.
Oh.
yeah, they went on ahead and put them on
And you
together there,
carried
guys.
stuff.
It's a little bit slower because that, but we went on ahead and had them together. The ones we're signing tonight, the ones we need to get signed are the basketball
signed
team,
them
because the
all.
basketball team is gonna be here, so. Oh, yeah, if you have, that's great. If you hadn't, then that's,
Is Brad, we're gonna leave them for Brad? Is that the idea? Present them tonight, but leave them for him?
Ooh,
not sure. I need to get with Marie. on that
Okay.
now. All right, so we're gonna suspend. Then we're going to go into, Mr. Mason's going to be here for his check on the Pinson Elementary School.
Oh,
funds.
okay.
They're on the thing right there. I'll probably just drop the high school by, up there on theirs, but, anyway, we couldn't get them all here at the same time, so basically gonna redo that right there. Then we will have the recognition of the basketball team. Who would like to offer the recognition on the basketball team?
I'll be
We got
glad.
plenty to go around tonight, so
Oh,
if anybody's
okay.
got a favorite that they want to do, that,
I'll be glad to. I've got to
You're-
know many of those parents in,
on the basketball team?
yeah, in our concessions cooperation.
Okay,
So
great, so let me,
You make a lot of friends in a concession stand, so,
I'm vouch, and even with the customers.
that's right.
All right. Marie, we're gonna need to take care of that one there.
Just have somebody sign.
Because we have someone in the
Okay.
place right here. I think they're coming, Quintisha.
Mine are done. Y'all can go this way now, but I think it's some more down.
Oh, this is the singular one right here.
Okay.
So send that one down.
That might be a good
Quintisha.
job for Plantation.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, she mentioned that at the other day, so when we get to that one, I'll
Okay.
recommend that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you talking about Chatham?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay, we'll put down Plantation.
All right, so,
You asked me to remind you if you wanted to do that.
yes, and we've already. Good, how you doing? Talk to Shane.
Busy.
We got a way to handle it.
I guess.
That's a big old stack right there.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is Miss Chatta and Quintisha, you're up for that one. Is that a
Sure.
possibility? I know you mentioned her there early, at last.
Are we giving her something? Or are
Okay,
we just gonna?
she's not here tonight. We didn't invite her to come, but this was my idea, guys, and that was was to, do you have it there? Is that
Have
the
what?
is that the one?
This the
Are you-
basketball team.
We're
What
not
you
gonna
talking
see
about?
each other one here. Basically, what we'd like to do is, make sure we can hear, is have a Miss Chatta Day.
He's busy.
Everybody listening?
Gotta fix stuff.
Oh, yeah. You want this check still out here?
Yes, because Mr. Mason's right there, and he thinks he's going to get the full 60 grand. Okay, so a Miss Chatta Day, I believe,
What
Mr.
day?
Mason, we said that was on it's on the thing.
19th.
19th, on May the 19th. There on the thing. So we have the resolution, and you could actually just, once we get it all signed up, you could read from that. So they will be having the kindergarten graduation that day, so Mr. Mason thought that'd be an excellent day for us to be able to have that
Great day.
on that thing. So anyway, Quintisha, you can handle that one. And probably make a presentation on that day to her, but we want to go ahead and get it signed on up and everything,
Okay.
so.
I'll read it.
You can read it, yeah, read it out.
I'll read it,
Okay.
yeah.
And then next is, the group is not here tonight, but we wanted to go ahead and do this because potentially we might be able to get these in the hands of the kids before school is out. Even, we should have had them here last time when Ms. Wilson was here, but we have a resolution for the Kermit Johnson Science Olympic Team. So would someone like to offer that one?
Sure. I don't know what that is, but I'll do it.
Okay, it'll be another, we've got them here, so you'll read it too.
She's stuck in elementary school
It's it,
anyway.
it's it.
No,
So
That's it.
It's in the, you have one in there.
I'll second behind those or keep it moving.
All
I
right.
don't have them out here to sign yet.
Okay.
but
What's
go
it,
ahead.
Kermit?
Just make sure we get her a
Let me see it.
copy.
Science Olympiad.
Okay, thank you.
But you'll get her a copy to be able to read from.
She's got one.
It's
There's
in
one
the-
in everybody's packet.
Okay, great. All right. That will actually, I'll close the hearing, I guess, after Coach Barber, and then I'll close the open section of the hearing. Reinstate the rules there probably for the, those last few, but we thought we'd go ahead, Marie and I discussed this earlier, and that was that we decided we'd just go ahead and get all the pomp
I
and
agree.
circumstance out of
I
the way
agree.
at the beginning of the meeting, so. Let's see here. Next will be, oh, wait a minute, now we're really on a roll here.
It's my turn. It's you.
It's your traditional position here.
Permanent bills, right.
There are no call-outs. This is probably one of our best bills yet.
Oh, really? Okay, good. Good, so we'll make up for a little bit of lost time there when we get to that one. Next, we'll have a public hearing on a rezoning on Highway 79. Chris, do you want to talk to them about this zoning on Highway 79? Okay.
This is a rezoning of a piece of property. It's basically Spring Street and Highway 79.
We don't see it on
Yeah, our
this.
screen seems to be kaput.
Turn the TV on right there.
I was
Set
It's not
thinking,
on.
That TV's not on.
I mean blank.
You're fine.
It flashed for a moment and then went right back off again.
This did?
Nope.
There
Now
it
it's
is.
coming back on.
Oh, yeah.
That tap was just right.
I started to say, a tap word. All right, so, here it comes. All right, continue, sir.
This is just a piece of property that was on rural residential. This is for Farmers Telco, who, if you remember, we recently signed a franchise agreement with for fiber through the city and on beyond, I would say. They bought this piece of property. They need to put they call it a shelter. It's just kind of where everything comes together, and they can go in there and work on stuff, and it will have a restroom in it. Once it's built, they said there might be somebody there once or twice a week at the most. And it's the Planning and Zoning Board sent it forward with favorable recommendation. It's kind of going to be off over by itself, and of course it has to meet the standards. With it being what it is, I have to put up a fence, I have to put up buffers. They've sent the plans, everything met, all the setbacks met, everything was proper.
So the cabling may actually pass through the building and all on the thing, and they might be plugging in some amplifiers or that kind of stuff going on the thing
Right.
too. But
And it's
basically,
different
they
things.
have to have one of these in order to make their
Right.
system
But
work.
you'll see things like this. I mean, there's one kind of right in front of the high school. It's a brick building. It's a pump for the water work. It's,
Yeah.
those little buildings, and they refer to it as shelter. They're commonplace.
Is Aldot gonna let them connect to the highway?
Nope, they're gonna make them come in off Spring
Spring
Street.
Street, okay.
They said they stopped and talked to everybody at the church and let the church know what's gonna be going on while they were building the house. But the home, I never knew it was there where the guardrail is.
Yeah.
There used to be a cut-through road there. I did not know that.
That was Sunrise Drive.
they're gonna have to go around that way. And they said they've stopped at that house numerous times to try to talk to somebody and left cards, but nobody's ever,
Okay.
the last I spoke to them,
That's
nobody
fine.
had called them back because they hadn't talked to anybody.
That's fine. Good access right there.
Yeah.
But they were notified about
Yes,
the hearing
everything
tonight,
we have-
the
they've
hearing
been-
we had the other day, so,
So,
all right.
Probably a good use for that.
So
Yeah.
anybody got any questions or thoughts on that? Okay, I'll, once the hearing's over, I'll just, call, and if somebody wants to put it on the table after the hearing, then we will do that. I'll close the hearing out, then we've got the actual ordinances in your packet. Then I've got some stuff here on the mayor's report. I was gonna make sure to mention the fact that the farmer's market had reopened. Last Friday was our first, event of the summer, and it was very nice, and we can talk about that. Talk about up at the youth sports park update, as y'all approved, we had the exhaust fan system, remember that we found that had failed. That has been, repairs have been finished on that, so we're excited about that particular part. We've also got some things that you'll see down here in new business that have been requested by Park and Rec, and Randy may be here tonight, with regard to helping out with the park. Let's see, the budget, staff is starting to work on their budget scenario thing. Eric, we said we wanted to meet with the staff first before we set the date for the public portion of the budget hearing, that's what we decided?
Yeah, that's typically what we do. We go through, we pull out all the information that's produced from last year's budget, all the entries. We've got it'll actually give us a budget projection. There's numerous reports that we can pull out, but it'll also kind of set the stage for the next budget, and give us a ground zero to start from. And we want to meet with the staff first to make sure we get all their input, and they look it over first, department heads, that is. Right. And then we would schedule it. Last few times we've scheduled a work session to go over that. So you guys had time to look it over, ask questions, we go through it, and then you can take it, digest it, make whatever recommendations, and then, come back with the changes that you might want. So,
So
we've been working hard on getting all those, all the corrections done, and we've completed our audit as well, and I think we're in really good shape. But we'll see.
We're certainly hopeful that we can take advantage of some of those new software features here very soon on that. So anyway, I'll make sure to mention that. Eric is also going to talk about, and we can wait till the actual meeting. I'll let you give a talk about what's happened up at the PHCC, because a lot of the work, I think we're down now just to what, he had to order some glass or something, you told me?
Yeah, we're about 85-90% finished with the PHCC, and they started the clearing project. We're waiting on the power company to take the wire down, the light down, so we can pull that pole, and he'll continue. He wanted to work all weekend, Friday and Saturday, but the power company hadn't executed, because Ms. Moore had to cancel that first. That's her
Well,
line.
and she did that 2 weeks ago.
She did, and so I've got Hal to reach out, because he can get some action. Our inspector has a little bit of pull with the people that do that, so we'll try to get it expedited. But weather, we're kind of at weather's mercy with that, because that's a wet spot, and he don't want to get stuck, but there's a lot of trees that have to be taken down carefully, and so he's doing a really good job. He's cleared a lot. If you want to ride by there, Public Works will be removing the debris, okay, because we have and that helps save a ton of money. So he was a bit, once we got in there, he started looking, there's a little bit of in her yard he was concerned with, so I may come back with a change order or two that may change the price a bit, but nothing crazy, but I'll of course bring it to you guys before we ever approve him to do it. But then we're going to put riprap down, that we need to line it and put riprap down, and hopefully that way we can maintain it, since we've got the ease of access, right of access there. So yeah, she's excited. I spoke to her today. So the power is a big deal, though. That line through there, and course, I can't let him go in there, you know, but she doesn't even want the light, and it's just two, and a bit of confusion from the power company about which one they want turned off, and, you know, it is what it is. We'll be fine.
So anyway, we'll talk about the building a little bit more. You can just mention the ditch work during the
Okay.
meeting. We're gonna save this, but we have an employee that I want to recognize for a recent accomplishment down there too. All right, so we did not know of any old business that we had not covered, but we did have some stuff on new business. The first item is, and this is one reason why some of this stuff we've got kind of stacked up tonight, is because there are 5 Thursdays in this month. So usually when we have the 5 Thursdays, there's 3 weeks between the meetings. Due to the ALM conference being in 2 weeks, we would like to move the meeting. My suggestion would be is to move it to 3 weeks from tonight. So we'll basically do the 3-week gap in the middle of the month instead of at the end of the month.
So that'd be the 22nd?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So would someone like to
I'll do
offer
it, I'll
that?
do it.
Okay. All right. Okay, at the youth sports park, we've got it, and then we got something else we need to add on there. They would like to go ahead and get the crushed brick up there on the thing. Eric, is that I'll make sure that he got the quote back from the guy. I'll make sure it's the same people you like to use or whatever.
There's only a couple suppliers, so if
Okay,
can't be
good.
wrong, it's the same ones we've used in years past.
Okay.
I think it's from, well, I'm not gonna quote.
Okay, well, they wanted to go ahead and get this up here. Well, actually, even though we're getting close to the backside of baseball season up there, this is gonna take a little bit of time, and this would be good fill-in work. So on days when they don't, have anything going on, then they could go on up there and start spreading out of this stuff to rebuild up the infield like what we normally do. So that was that. The next thing is and I'd like to just combine these two together, was for a refrigerator up there. The fridge has sprung a leak in the Freon. I went and had them bring in a technician to take a look at it, see about getting it fixed. Unfortunately, the repairs would cost us $3,000,
Just
and
get a
we
new
can just get a whole new unit for that kind of money. So for that reason, I'd like for us to just go ahead and replace the unit rather than investing in that other one up there. So is there someone who would, we do have a little bit of repair bill on that other one. We've got some, what, do you want to say something about some of the ones we've looked at here?
Well, yeah, in Tees, as most people know, have had a great deal concessions experience these last several years with the band boosters that I'm happy to share with the city. And we discovered, I was actually helping Robbie and Randy when we discovered the problem. So yes, it's probably just better. I would guess that one's 10 years old. I don't know if we found a date on it, but that's
Yeah, I don't know if we
probably
found
could
it-
even
found
be
it-
longer than
found
that.
it. It was out of warranty, we do know that. 'cause I was
Okay,
on it.
so, anyway, so yes, obviously, we've got to be health department compliant, so, anyway, I think this is a great move.
Okay, so
um,
we can shop again, like I say, Eric, I mean, he knows people at the stores, and we may find one that's got
Just,
slight
y'all set a
dent.
budget, that's what I suggested to him, set a, 3,000 and under, or whatever you might, pick a
well,
number.
Why don't
You-
we do 5 for the brick dust and the refrigerator, if that's okay with everybody?
That'd be great for me, so,
That
that we
good with you?
combine the two together,
4.
the refrigerator and the brick dust.
No, 4,000. That's what I'm saying. Let's do 4.
So.
So it'll be about 2,000 each.
I-
Do we need a
No, that won't buy
$3,000
the
refrigerator?
Yeah, the fridges cost more
The
than
fridge
that. The
is
cheapest one we got
23.
over here.
Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
Did you
cheapest
make-
one is
did you make
23.
one- get one
No.
of these?
I didn't see one of them.
Oh, I'm
Let me see.
sorry.
No worries.
Well, we got several different options down here. We didn't work trying to
But you know,
actually
I've never
pick
bought a
one.
commercial refrigerator, so hey, yeah.
You can have
Okay,
that.
well, that
I'm
makes
sorry.
sense. Yeah, 5 makes sense.
That would cover delivery or
Taxes.
disposal, the first
Tariffs.
service call, whatever.
You will.
Who
Is
will,
that good?
it is?
Now, probably make-
Who would like to offer the, Glenda, you want to do a crushed brick and refrigerator proposal? Okay. we need $5,000, though, don't come back with 2,000 or,
And then if
don't
we
give
need,
it, don't give me 10, or Randy will be trying to get the gold handles or something.
and then if we need a little more dust, we got a little
A little
flexibility
cushion,
there, so.
Okay. Total, and I'm putting down Glenda. All right, Eric, let you speak. I know you worked on this a lot today. Everybody's computers are some have already been done. Others are being rolled out for Windows 11. There's been some issues with or there would be issues when they stop supporting Windows 10. We must have the latest software in order to be security compliant. And so this rollout has revealed a few things, so Eric.
Yeah, some of the workstations, laptops, because they were all converted about 5 years ago, had minimal memory storage capacity. And so with high capacity jobs like the treasurer, the revenue clerk, operations director, city clerk, they required more space to store. Now, this all comes into play too. I think, I don't know if you guys have, if it's in front of you about, we have been approached by the previous IT vendor to replace our server. So we've discussed it, the mayor and I have, with Clearwinds, our new IT, and they have suggested, and it's actually the mayor's suggestion when he brought it up. So after a little bit of back and forth and finding out exactly what the best route was, they've recommended some cloud storage, that we buy this storage. The reason we have an in-house server now is that our previous financial software was stored and ran on that from that server. We don't have to have that anymore. Everything is cloud-based. We have a Parallels, which is how you log into the Tyler software, and then it takes you to a cloud storage area. It's all secure, so we're going to transition from that. It would actually reduce our bill, and then the amount of storage I have yet to confirm. Okay. The mayor asked me to find out how much storage, because you can increase that storage as you need it. So it's just a storage area. Everybody already has, help me out here.
Terabyte or something?
No, yeah.
Nope, the OneDrive?
Yes, sorry. I drew a blank right there, and that's exactly what this will be. That's very, very similar, except it's going to be a cloud storage, and we can have secure divisions in it as well. We can configure it any way we want. So password protected for the treasurer, for, whatever, the clerk, whatever we may need. Because all we have now is storage. And what we'll do, our plan is to back up all that financial software onto an external hard drive, which has all been loaded to the new software. So remember that, everything has been saved. But we'll back up and run and have every transaction for the history of that software, and we'll store it in the records room for a continual backup. Because we're required for 5 or 7 years for certain documents. So we don't want to, we don't actually need it, but we don't want to eliminate, sure enough, Mr. Black will come to me in 2 years and say, I need to, so we want to make sure we still have it. The IT company is very familiar with Sage. They're very familiar with doing this process, because through extenuating talks, because I didn't want to, we don't want to jump off the end of the bridge if we don't know how deep the water is. And I don't want to, of course, never want to, sacrifice our security or our compliance with federal and state laws. So, as far as the Windows, a lot of these computers will not take the upgrade to 11 because of the memory restrictions, and that, let alone the memory storage, but the RAM that will operate that. So there's a few that you're going to have to replace. I already had to replace mine. It froze, and what we did was repurposed it for council's use. We repurposed that one, had it redone. He did add some more storage memory, but you can only go so high as far as what's in there. Heather's has run into a problem. I believe both of theirs were upgraded to 11. They took it, and but Jackie may be the next one on the list, the revenue clerk, because again, they're high volume jobs. They create a lot of data. They go through a lot of data. We don't want them to lock up and lose anything. So, and to hinder their workflow. That's what we're running into now, because it's pretty much shut her down until I got it squared away today. we just got by with it. So the last one that I did, it was about $2,000, if I'm not mistaken, 2,200. That's about right for a newer version, but I'm not going to ask you to, I can, send you, we didn't get a quote, that's in other words, because we didn't know we were going to be forced into it immediately. So within the next 2 weeks, because we need to get it ordered.
Yeah, so quote at the next meeting, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'd rather you allocate some money for it so we could get at least hers moving, because she was down. And she pays all the bills and she helps process payroll. Of course, we outsource payroll, but there still is a part of the process that has to go out and then come back into our system, because we're required to maintain those records. And we, anyway, I got it where she could operate, but no guarantees it won't go down next week. So
They moved a lot of stuff,
to OneDrive,
yes,
yeah.
as much as they could, and she still doesn't have a ton of space on there, so that's what's causing the.
And we're gonna get her a
delays.
terabyte external drive too that'll help relieve some of that, but she can't get upgraded to 11. There's not enough memory there. There's not enough. He said it wouldn't work, so I know enough to stay out of trouble. So.
Well, like I
But
say,
yeah,
she's
it's,
one of the more heavier.
Yeah, she's a high volume user.
required
She's
ones, and so
absolutely,
exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what's your request?
If you would allocate $3,000, and we will attack it that way, and then I'll bring you the rest. And if as long as I don't, I'm a budget guy. We stick with the budget. I can make them come in a certain angle and a certain amount, and then we'll address it with the other workstations. It must be now. Chris's is pretty high volume. It's got a lot of memory and a lot of RAM because he does a lot of, with the maps and things. They take a lot of space, but. I think Heather's, and then I will look at Jackie's next. But she's been upgraded, and so far, right at this moment, it's not terrible. But I
Well,
do
she-
want to look at that one
She
too.
did, is it still acting where you push the button and now you have to wait a little bit for things to happen, or to get a little better? Okay, good.
Some of it, I've put a bug in the IT company's ear because we've had these different issues. And whenever you update software, if you're not familiar, it's always going to be that this didn't get erased, or where this is in the background operating, it doesn't need to be anymore. So I had to make them come back in and research, and they'd hook up to the computer and find out what's bogging this thing down.
Oh, good,
So,
good.
but I know hers is not. It's not like she needs hers upgraded. I'll put it that way.
right.
And it can be repurposed. Don't get me wrong. If we take all of her information off and we, they wipe it down, they clean it up just like I did for that one, and they can upgrade it to 11, and it'll take it then for a park,
Floater
public
or
works
something.
use or something like that. Correct. So that's the plan.
So that basically was the details there on what we need on that. Is there someone who will offer us that limited budget here to get, like I say, it's 3 weeks for the next meeting, and we didn't want to have the clerk down, so is there someone who will offer a $3,000 contingency fund here to keep that thing going? Glenda, you're up on that too? Okay. You're gonna get on a roll.
That'd be a replacement unit, correct? Yeah,
Probably so, yeah. Mhm.
all right. A replacement computer
Okay.
for the,
Okay.
All right, next
Heather.
is, have we gotten a call in yet from the guy? Okay, I'll let you speak to this.
The, was requested from the mayor and Mr. Churchwell and other people about the safety of the lighting in that parking lot. And we stubbed in when we did the remodel of the library over there for an extra parking lot light there in one of the little islands. So, of course, we want to maintain the same ones that we've had, so I reached out to C Construction because they helped us. Of course, they did the work, and they've helped us with some other issues that have come up since then, and a great company. I highly recommend C Construction. I will stand behind everything they do. Remember, I don't say that about a lot of people now. You remember that. That's good. Mr. Brack's one of them I do, too, so. But
Eric's seal of approval.
yeah. Well, anyway, so Jonathan, which runs the company now, he reached out to Huffman Electric, was the electric company that we used, and they're making sure they can get the same light. And I should know tomorrow. I just spoke to him on the phone. He has not got a confirmation from the electrician yet. So, I think if I remember correctly, now Mr. Sanders may remember, I think that was in about the $14,000 range for the fixture and the pole. We've already got a base there. All we have to do is bolt it. It has to be bolted, so that's.
There's a base?
It's
I need to look at that.
foundation. I think it's just
I'll
a.
look at that tomorrow.
I believe
bolt
where
on
that
it?
plug, because we had a plug put in
Yeah.
it, but, if not, you know, I mean, that's really a nominal. I think I can get that part of the installation, but I don't think those are sitting on bases. They're bolted to a flat
Oh, they're
slab.
bases.
Oh, they're-
Gotta have a base.
It's a raised base? That's what I'm that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You think
the
it is?
engineer, I
No, no,
can
go
draw
ahead.
you a sketch.
Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, then there's not a raised base. I know there's a slab there, if I'm
It
not
could be on
mistaken.
grade.
Yes, it
but-
is,
but
and
it's-
that's what I said, base, sorry. I apologize.
No, I'm
Mr.
sure they'd
Engineer.
have to dig and pour a base, so.
Okay, yeah, and we did that for that light we added on the other end of the drive, if you recall that, for the library, so, but it's in that neighborhood, that range of
Right.
about 14 grand, I think it is,
Yeah.
but I would nary say, but that's what this is about. We want to add that, because that's the last little
That's
piece of
fine.
that puzzle,
Yeah.
you know, and it balances that part, and it gives a little bit, it's a little dark on that corner in there too, if you go out that drive at night, the way the trees are shaded, so I think it's, you know, but that's what that's about. And I haven't gotten it back yet. So.
We don't know how much it would cost then specifically on the thing. Do we want to wait and have it in 3 weeks, or I don't know what the lead time is on those
Yeah, let's see
things?
if we can get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the first thing. That's why he wouldn't, that's why he wouldn't commit to the price, because he wanted to make
If
sure he
it's
gets exact
similar, since that one's in the middle, if it's very, very similar, it would.
in the middle. Is
That's
there one?
on-
Yeah, it's
I thought it was on the
between
end, I'm
two
sorry.
others, right?
It's in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
So if it's very, very similar, it would almost look like a,
Like it's meant to be
Balance,
different.
yeah, balance, that's a good word.
Well,
But-
there is another option. We do have some at another location that we could move if we needed to, that match exactly.
Oh.
Oh,
And
that's true,
it's,
too.
you know, so there's an option there. And not and the ones that we own, not the ones that we don't. So,
Okay,
just a thought, if that had to come to pass, if we were too worried about the look of it, but I think he'll be able to match it. I mean,
Well, or we could even take the one off the opposite end of the library and do
that's
the
what
swap.
that's true too. That's
Because it's
perfect. That's even a
stands
better
down by
option
okay,
too.
itself.
well,
That's
let's get a
perfect.
quote
Yeah.
and see. And I'll look at the base.
Well, I know it's not above grade, you're right. I was, you know, I'm thinking bolt it to bolt it to the foundation, because they should have poured that, because it's pretty extensive, but, you know, you're right. It is not a raised base, it's not, nope.
So, John, did you follow all that? I know that
Yeah.
you had
We'll put
really
that
wanted
old
the
bus-
light here
old
on the
business
thing. So,
next
yeah,
time.
I started, so we'll have something for old business next time, so if you guys are good with that. So we'll pull the parking lot light off, and Eric's explained it there on the thing there. So we were hoping we'd have the quote back today, but like I say, finding the parts can be interesting at times, so. Oh, let's see here. Next is Bicentennial Park maintenance, and I think, did she add that into the packet here? I think it's back
so.
here.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's this back thing from SRR, is it?
Oh,
No, that's the data
That's
sheet.
swings.
It's behind that, right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I
It's
see.
called Struthers Recreation. You guys got that? All right, so y'all might have noticed that we've got some issues with the playground equipment up there. We've had some, parents have called and asked, and I've got some really nice emails from some folks, because the swings, or we're missing some swing sets up there, and there's been some damage. Randy reached out and talked to these folks about what it might take to be able to get this fixed. They're still looking. We may be able to, the rep is checking, and if Randy comes, I'll get him to I'll ask him whether she's gotten the answer back. It's possible they might still be under warranty. If they are, then we would not have to buy that. Now, we know that all this business about the swings itself
Wear
is
and
not
tear,
under
right.
warranty,
Some of that's just-
but this hanging pod, the rod rocker, that kind of thing right there, that some of these higher dollar jobs up here could potentially be warranty items. But he has asked that we would, if we go ahead and approve, we can go ahead and start getting it. But we definitely want to get at least the stuff to get the swings itself fixed.
I
So
agree.
if
So the
somewhere,
bottom three are additional swing?
No, they're actually replacing in the, you know, it's got like little pods out there, you know, the different parts. Those are actually apparatus that go with the other sections that are out there. So if you go out there now, you'll see like just hooks hanging there and there's nothing there. They're
Is
shorter.
someone
One of them's a
taking
little whirly thing and
Yeah.
some other stuff.
So it's the yellow one,
Mm-hmm.
the baby seat, that's what I call it, the baby seat.
But that's on the same as the swing set line. isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no, these are on the other ones that, where these parts go. So they're not on the
On
swing
like the
set line.
jungle gym part,
yeah.
like the twisty thing?
Yep.
Okay.
yeah.
But
I
there
know.
are some swings worn out as well, correct?
Oh, yeah, on the swing set,
Yeah,
what I call
yeah.
the main swing set line.
Yeah,
there
and that's
they
the stuff
are.
at the top, right?
Correct.
I got you.
Yeah. But if you guys want us, like I say, since it's getting warm weather and everything, we wanted to be able to have it. We are going to find out if we can get a warranty on those other items. If we can, then obviously we wouldn't have to spend the money, but if we can't, then if it's y'all's wish, we'd like to go ahead and buy replacement pieces and go ahead and have them installed.
Letitia likes the swings.
Of course I do.
We are still looking, they also recommended, we want to get one of those pad things that goes over where the hole gets worn down. Actually, they recommend putting those in when they're new. I'm not sure why they didn't do that in the original design, but it basically goes right under the swing set where the kids drag their feet and they wear a hole into it. We need another one of those pads. I don't know what
Is that
that
in here?
cost. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
it
it's on
is.
there.
Oh, it is? Is the
I
pad thing
thought
on
I
there?
saw, well, hold on.
There, she's actually hoping that we can get some warranty on some of that stuff too, but I don't think on the swing high wear area is not gonna be warranted. It's around the edge is potentially what she was thinking that we might be able
Well,
to
you
get some of the
round
gap.
up or whatever we think they'll cost.
So then we want to do 5K?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, like,
to finish
who
it?
would like to put that on the table?
Letitia.
We're getting, okay, it's going like back to back, back to back. Okay, here we go. All right. Anyone have any other questions about anything else? We've got about 5 minutes. If not, we'll breeze right on through these and
Okay.
we'll be good. Coach?
Heavy lifting's
I
done.
see the coach is in the house.
Huh?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I thought you were the coach. That's Greg.
No,
He's back
that's
there in the back. Okay. You're starting to look a lot like Coach Thompson back there, you know?
And is Coach Barber coming? Or-
Yes, the whole basketball
be out
team's
there
supposed to be here in
coaching.
5
Oh,
minutes. I hope they
okay.
show up.
Well, we can delay for a moment if we have.
Yeah, they got to talking back over there, and I thought, oh, it's just an education reunion going on. So I saw Coach Thompson earlier in the week.
we all bet you've
Now,
done good. Y'all take it, invest in money.
Absolutely.
Y'all been done good.
Actually, let's see here.
You know, I don't.
We can go ahead and move through the minutes and everything, so.
I don't know if I will. He lives, he
Not
said,
sure of one of your house.
the guy explained to him, how did the board pay income tax?
I don't know.
This guy, he's real wealthy. He just took Alan under his wing and told him all this stuff. He wanted to tell me about it, but I don't think I want to. And his older brother said, no, what do I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Because they were afraid, he was afraid if he had something wrong. Knowing Alan, he was arrested. But he gets it honestly, I would too. And, so he takes risks.
That's great.
But he comes out, he
Just
just
have
horseshoes
to
up
work
there.
out, more work out for you than nothing. You'll be all right. Oh, yeah, you got a basketball team.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Well, that's great.
I'm gonna just carry this with me.
Yeah, going out.
I was like, you come on.
What's right, Miss Mayo? What you been doing for me?
I'm carrying this one, so I'm at home.
Make sure I can pronunciate my word.
Robbie, are you on, Robbie? There you go.
We good? Okay. I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Pinson City Council for May 1st, 2025. Can't bang the gavel here, I'm standing at a remote location tonight. So let's go ahead and start with the invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone, please rise. I'd like to mention here before we have the invocation tonight that today is National Day of Prayer throughout the entire country. And so it kind of gives us a chance here to reflect on the fact of, for those of us that have faith, to lift up our concerns to our Lord and to have Him protect over us. We usually do a prayer at the beginning of the meetings for things, but today more all-encompassing. I was down at the, have a big multi-county mayor's prayer breakfast downtown for the mayors in this area, and the had several of the local ministers and folks came in and lifted up prayers for our leadership and all, and we appreciated that. Lifted up the young people. There's a specific prayer for that too, and we appreciate that too. So again, everyone, just want to make sure everybody knew what today is special in that regard. So let's pray. Father, we thank you again for this evening and for being able to be here tonight. We just thank you so much, Father, for all the many blessings that you have given us here in the city of Pinson. Father, we thank you especially tonight for our young people. We just want to lift them up. We're excited tonight, Father, about having our basketball team here, but just the willingness, Father, that these kids have to be good students and that they're going out, academic excellence and as well as athletic excellence. So we just appreciate that. We ask that you would protect them, Father, give them good judgment as they go about their lives, but also, Father, give them protection while they're driving around and doing other things too. Father, we thank you so much for the United States of America and for the country that we have, the protection that you grant us, Father, and the great military that we have. We thank you so much for them. We ask that you would also protect our military as they serve around the world and keep them safe. Father, we always want to lift up our first responders. We see many of them on a first-hand basis here in the city, and we just thank you so much for them, but always protect them too and keep them safe. Father, we thank you for our educators and for the folks that are training our young people. We just ask that you would continue to be with them also. Father, we thank you again for this evening and for the opportunity to be able to do some business here for the citizens, and we ask that you would give us wisdom as we work through this. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
If you'll stand with me for remain standing for the pledge. Attention, salute, Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Madam Clerk, can we have the roll call, please?
Counselor Irvin?
Here.
Counselor Walker? Counselor Sanders?
Here.
Counselor Churchwell?
Here.
Counselor Kirkland?
Here.
Mayor Roberts?
Here. Excellent. So do we have a motion concerning the minutes from our our April 17th meeting?
Yes, we do. And I would like to offer a motion to approve and waive the reading of the minutes for April 17th as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Anything on those minutes that we need to look at specifically? Or if not, all in favor of approving them, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we have the minutes have been approved. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and suspend the rules for a moment, and we'd like to get Mr. Mason to come on forward. We've got back on the 17th, as our check has been dated here, back on the 17th, we had a presentation for a couple of the other schools, and Mr. Mason couldn't be with us, but we certainly wanted to give you an opportunity to be able to say a little bit. This is your first year over at the elementary school, and so you've been very nice to invite me over there to several events that y'all have had. So he and I have gotten a chance to get to know each other, but give you a little bit of a chance to talk to the public tonight too, and then we'll get a picture with the big check, and I've got the little one that's you can actually negotiate at the bank.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for inviting me. On behalf of Pinson Elementary, I'd like to thank you all for the partnership that we share here in the Pinson community. You all have been very supportive of our school this past year. My family and I, we just moved here from Auburn, Alabama. Yes, this is my actually 21st year of being a principal in a school. My previous job, I was a principal for 20 years in Opelika City. I can't thank you all enough for opening the doors for us and welcoming me here and to be part of the Pinson family. And I definitely can't thank you all enough for all the support you have provided during this school year. So on behalf of Pinson Elementary, I'd like to say thank you all.
We can hide behind the
Appreciate it very much. Appreciate you coming.
That's the real one there. That's right.
Thank you. Let's see, I gotta go back. Like one of those vacuum cleaners, you know, the robotic ones, you know, I'm trying to return back to base. Let's see here. Next, we have Coach Barber and the Pinson Valley High School basketball team here. Coach, you want to come up first, and then we have your team come up and join you here in just a second. Again, another fantastic year. You're spoiling us. You can continue to do that, and we really do appreciate that a lot. And so we give you a chance. I don't have the big check for you guys, but we do have the nice certificates. Okay, so
I just want to thank the city of Pinson and the mayor for your continued support. I would like to give a thanks to my guys for all your hard work and effort, and just thank you to our parents for being here for us. And we're going to try to continue to do the same every year. We fell short of our goal, but nevertheless, it's teach life lessons. So I'm proud of the guys, and just want to thank you all.
So, Coach, I tell you what, if you will, we don't have another list up here, so can we work from this camera, Ms. Jackie, or should I go back up to the front? We're good right here? Okay, so, Coach, we're going to call out the players' names here. We've got them right here. We don't have these in any certain order, so guys, you're going to have to pay attention when your name's called. Come on forward, and we'll present this up here to you. I think we're going to be able to do it from right here. We've got a camera across the way over there, so I'll let you go ahead and read off, read them off.
Read the whole thing, or just the
Oh,
names?
yes, let me do that first. So, whereas extracurricular activities such as sports provide opportunities for young people to learn the valuable skills of teamwork and sportsmanship while developing their athletic talent. And whereas to become a winner in a sport, team members must excel in multiple skills and abilities, commit many hours to practice, and apply effort and self-discipline. And whereas the 2024-25 Pinson Valley High School basketball team had another exceptional season, concluding with a trip to the Alabama 6A Final Four and an appearance in the state championship game. And whereas this team represented Pinson Valley High School, the city of Pinson, and all of Jefferson County with superior skills and in a sportsmanlike manner. Now be it resolved by the mayor and council of the city of Pinson's desire to recognize the coaches and team members for their outstanding work and dedication to the 2025 season. Adopted this first day of May 2025. The official original is presented to, and that you will each one get an original. It's been signed by the council. But first off, technically this resolution, which would be 2508, needs to be approved by the council. So is there someone who will offer this?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
I always let the clerk decide on
That's right.
tiebreakers on these motions and seconds on this right here. So I have a motion and a second. All in favor of the approval of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
I'm not going to ask for any opposed because these guys are great players down here. So, Coach, now we will actually go into the presentation. So it is official here, guys. So appreciate it.
So when I call your name, come forward. First, we have a freshman, Darren Thompson.
Coach,
Ma'am.
if there are any parents that want a picture with your child, just let me know. I'll get one for you.
Okay. We have a sophomore who's not with us, Jeremiah Williams. We have senior guard, Deshaun Crenshaw. Junior forward, Braylon Ringstaff. Senior guard, Montez Hudson, who's not with us. Myself, Coach Darrell Barber.
Oh,
All right. Coach Anthony Brown, he's not with us tonight. Coach Charles Winters is not with us tonight. Coach Terry Connor, who's on the road actually to pick up his junior son, Terry Connor, from Oklahoma Baptist, which is Austin's big brother. He'll be committing to Oklahoma Baptist as well for college. And we have a manager, London Moffitt, who is not with us. Stephanie Dowdell is the manager. She's not with us. Sydney Hicks, manager. She's not with us.
You must have these support folks working all the time.
Yeah, most definitely. Coach Brenton Nations, first year on the staff. Senior guard, Carmelo Wagner, who's not with us.
Somebody's running laps this week, I think.
Yeah. Senior guard, Jamison Green, who will be going to school for baseball scholarship. Junior guard, Tyler Holyfield. Freshman guard, R.J. Addison. Junior shooting guard, Quay Lynch. My daughter, manager, Denaya Barber, who couldn't be with us. And Braden Heron, he's not with us as well. He's another manager. And the guy who put us on his back, we have senior guard, Austin Connor. Junior guard, Jalen J.P. Pritchard. This next senior, he'll be going to school to Illinois State on a football scholarship, Jamarcus Smoke Thomas. And again, we'd like to thank you all so much. It means a lot to us.
Let's see, we need to shift just, no, I guess we're pretty good because we come on.
Shift this way and move the big check.
Oh, yeah. I told you, you can't have the big check.
Which one of you leads in three-point shots? He does? How many have you done?
Y'all have to let us know which one we're, yeah, you can.
Yeah, let me turn it around.
Shane, say cheese.
Good. Again, thank you guys.
On the first picture, Maria's like. On the one we took with the Awesome.
To stay, however, you don't have to, folks, so. But thank you again for coming.
Now the real life begins.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
All right, so next we have I'll go ahead and reinstate the rules here. So next we have another recognition regarding an individual that has won the award of Teacher of the Year. Ms. Irvin, I believe you have that?
Yes. I have a proclamation for Miss Leslie Chatham. Whereas Leslie Chatham was recently named Teacher of the Year and has faithfully and diligently served in education for over 30 years and currently serves as Pinson Elementary School's STEM teacher, and whereas prior to taking on the role of Pinson Elementary School STEM teacher, Leslie Chatham served as a second grade teacher, a lead mentor, as well as an E-team leader. And whereas she has served on various committees for Jefferson County Schools, helped implement programs and promote and ensure student success, and whereas the mayor and the city council of the city of Pinson wish to acknowledge, congratulate, and show their appreciation to Mrs. Chatham for her award of Teacher of the Year, service as an educator, and to the citizens of the city of Pinson. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the mayor and the city council of the city of Pinson congratulate Leslie Chatham, Teacher of the Year, and thank her for her dedication to Pinson Elementary School, and do hereby proclaim May 19, 2025 as Leslie Chatham Day in the city of Pinson, Alabama, adopted this first day of May.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second there. So, as we just read there, Ms. Chatham has an outstanding career here in Pinson. She really has dedicated herself to the students up there. She's a lot of fun to work with, and the fact that she was Teacher of the Year was certainly well deserved. So we really appreciate her sticking with us out here in Pinson all these years. And Ms. Irvin mentioned her at the last meeting, and we talked with Mr. Mason, and they're going to be having a kindergarten promotion day on that day, and the 19th, and so as a result, we thought that would be a good day to declare as Ms. Chatham Day. So she's not here tonight, but we didn't invite her because we wanted to surprise her a bit with the actual motion. So again, we appreciate that. All in favor of this proclamation, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And so we hereby proclaim May 19th is Leslie Chatham Day, so thank you. Next is another group that of students that were well deserving. Ms. Irvin, I believe you got another one there.
Yes. Whereas participation in the Science Olympiad provides youth with valuable opportunities to develop academic skills while learning the importance of teamwork and sportsmanship. And whereas involvement in the Science Olympiad broadens scientific knowledge, encourages critical thinking, fosters collaboration, and inspires a lifelong passion for learning. And whereas such participation reflects the intellectual curiosity, dedication, and commitment to scientific excellence demonstrated by Kermit Johnson Elementary students, now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the council of the city of Pinson do hereby recognize and commend Jace Holland, Kermit Johnson Elementary science teacher or teen, for outstanding participation in the 2025 Alabama Science Olympiad, and express our sincere appreciation for your achievements and commitment to excellence.
Is there a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. So as a point of order, we actually have those, we have a list of all the students that participated in there, so their name, there would actually be one for each one of the participants there from that. So they're not here tonight for us to make the presentation to, but we wanted to go ahead and make this, try to put this forward because school may be out. We're not sure whether or not the students will be able to be back in time due to a delay that we're going to have to install in our own meeting, which we'll cover here just shortly. But anyway, we wanted to go ahead and get this, and so if we can work it out where they can come back to the future meeting, we certainly would love to have them. If we can't, then we want to go ahead and have them ready. So that's the reason why. So all in favor, we did get a
Yes.
second, correct? Okay, all in favor of this resolution, say aye.
Aye.
And we will not call for negatives again on this one, too. Again, they did a really nice job there at the Science Olympic team, so we appreciate that. Next, we're going to go on to committee chair reports. Ms. Irvin, you're on a roll. We're just going to let you keep on going with the finances. So.
Yes, I would like to offer a motion to pay the bills in the amount of $22,757.37.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Whenever I see something that low, I get nervous because that means next month's, or the next meeting, we will probably have a triple whammy. So anyway, but we pay them as they arrive. So I don't believe there was anything that was of special concern on there. So all in favor of approving those bills, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And we will pay those bills. Let's see. Next is I would like to open a public hearing regarding the rezoning of property at 6345 Highway 79. If there's anyone present who would like to speak for or against the rezoning of this property, please come forward at this time. I don't see anyone coming forward, so I will go ahead and close the public hearing out, and I will open the floor up to the possibility of a ordinance changing the zoning classification. Is there anyone that would like to offer that?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yes. I would like to offer a motion to changing the zoning classification. It's 6345 Highway 79. Parcel number 090031200200200400.
Second.
Motion and a second on that right there. So, Chris, if you'll come back up here just to give everybody a little quick update here on that. We talked about it some in the pre-council, but just in case anybody from the public might have missed that. It's a little different type rezoning, so we thought maybe we might want to say something on that.
This is just a simple rezoning. It changes it from rural residential to institutional, community or community institutional. It's allowing for the placement of for Farmers Telco to place what they call a shelter. It's where the fiber lines run into, and they boost them, they work on them, they troubleshoot. You see them along the side of the road everywhere. They're in different places. And just anytime you put something up, it has to match the zoning. It's pretty simple, pretty cut and dry.
And this came with a favorable recommendation
Yes,
from planning and
that's
zoning,
correct.
Okay. So, yes, sometimes you might be driving along, you see these small outbuildings, you're wondering, hey, is this a tiny house out by itself? No, it's actually part of the utilities in your community. So this is basically one of those setups, and these folks want to be able to put that in. Again, as you recall, we recently did the franchise agreement with the Farmers Telco, and this is part of their infrastructure that they'd like to install. So, Madam Clerk, I'll need a motion to unanimous consent to consider a vote on that.
Counselor Irvin?
Yes.
Counselor Sanders?
Yes.
Counselor Walker? I'm sorry, Counselor Churchwell?
Yes.
Counselor Kirkland?
Yes.
Mayor Roberts?
Yes. All right, so was there any other discussion concerning this? There is not. Then, Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call vote on the ordinance?
Counselor Irvin?
Yes.
Counselor Sanders?
Yes.
Counselor Churchwell?
Yes.
Counselor Kirkland?
Yes.
Mayor Roberts?
Yes. Excellent. So we'll let them know, and they can go ahead and start the building up there. Let's see. Next is the mayor's report. So I would like to mention a few things, just kind of give the public a little update. One is that last week launched the 2025 edition of our local farmers market over at the Rock School Complex parking lot, and it was an extremely exciting afternoon over there. They hold it every Friday afternoons from 2 to 6. So we encourage everyone. It's a little early for some vegetables, but some things are available. And of course, the fried pies. There's a gentleman that is selling starter plants. So if you're thinking about wanting to do your own garden, you might want to swing by there and take that in also, and other various things that you might find at the farmer's market. So if nothing else, I was over there last week and we had a lot of fun to get to meet some of your neighbors and be able to chit-chat. And I'm sure that Miss Allison would like for me to mention the fact that it's also very conveniently located to our public library, so you can kind of do a two for no extra charge over there. So again, farmer's market will be open all the way till next fall. So we look forward to everybody
If I
over
could,
there.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
The director will be watching the forecast in the morning.
Okay.
So if you would, please mind our social media, and we'll try to, if there's a change. We did have to cut it short last time because of weather. He'll make the decision in the morning based on, we certainly don't want people out there in thunderstorms. So
Well, they use a lot of pop-up tents and
That's right.
things. That can be
So
really rough with a 40,
do,
50, 60 mile an hour winds.
if there's something, we'll try to get that on our city Facebook or something, if
Okay.
there's a shift or a delay or a cancellation or something,
Excellent, excellent. Appreciate that.
after the morning forecast.
All right, next is up at the Youth Sports Park. I've had opportunity to actually be up there some over the last couple of weeks, just to let you know that we're hoping Randy might be able to make it down here tonight to be able to give you guys a little bit of an update, but let you know that they're having a very good season in in baseball up there. We use the football field for some activities. The concession stand opened. We have new software that the staff has been working on. We've worked out some on-site live training up there with regard to that. So anyway, we appreciate the new system that's been put in place, the activities that have been going on up at the park. I've gotten several positive comments from folks regarding the work that y'all have done over the last few years up at the park, and so people are very impressed by that. And the most recent work that you guys approved has also been completed with regard to the fences, because as you recall, we had some fences that were flaring out. Those are nicely done. So it's really taken shape. I encourage you, if you hadn't been up there in a while, to run by and check it out. Maybe even grab one of those hamburgers or hot dogs that Randy's becoming famous for up there. So next is the 2025-26 budget. Want to let everyone know that the staff is already working on portions of that. We have completed the audit process as far as their on-site visit and examination, and so as a result, we're now going to move on to next year. We don't give the staff much of a breather at all, but anyway, we're basically going to start working on that. We will let the public know. We will have a work session. We will let everyone know that we'll be open to the public, where the council will be able to discuss and put their feedback regarding the budget proposal from the staff. Next is, I'm going to ask Mr. Winfrey to come up, and he's going to give us a little update on the PHCC, Palmerdale Homestead Community Center. We've spent some funds up there, having it spruced up and all, and so Eric's going to give us a report.
You guys approved the exterior renovation, woodwork, painting, the roof cleaning, the windows repainting, painted and replaced the ones that are broken, and of course reglazing. We're about 85, 90% complete. There's a few paints they've got left to do and touch up, punch list worth of work, but that's about done. And we've started, and of course you guys approved that drainage ditch clearing between, behind the storm shelter and the fire station, help alleviate some of that water flow issue, and that started this week. He had planned to do extensive work tomorrow and Saturday. Weather may hinder that, plus we're waiting on the power company to disconnect the wire, but I'm going to get our inspector to try to prod them a little bit, but that was all hinged on weather, of course, because of the condition of that area. So that's moving along great, and I think the improvements look fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. I would have had some pictures, but I was tied up all day. I couldn't get you some pictures on the screen, but I'll have some next time, and you'll be able to see some updates. And he did a fantastic work. That's a local contractor in Pinson. He's done extensive work for us at different facilities around the town, and of course for the city as well. He does a really good job. Takes a lot of pride in what he does for Pinson. So I'm really happy with his work.
Here, we appreciate that. If you have the pictures, we might have to get some sunglasses for folks to wear, because that roof really is white under there, and he cleaned that thing up, and it is unbelievable how bright it looks up there. So we really do appreciate y'all getting that taken care of. So if it rains as much as it has sometimes, if they started doing that brush removal and all, they could just about lay it down, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. You'd go to the road by floating down there with all this rain that we've had. Next, I would like to have a special recognition of one of our employees, and that employee is Miss Jackie Williams. We would like to call her out tonight. She's diligently working back there as our chief audio video technical supervisor, but that's not what I wanted to call her out for. We are excited about the fact that Miss Jackie has received or completed her training and is now a certified municipal revenue officer here in the state of Alabama. This is not easy, and Miss Jackie went to a lot of classes to be able to get this done, and so she just graduated last week in her class. I'm sure it was top of the class, but it was top of the class. Okay, good. Confirmed on that. But that's it. She has definitely shown her skill here at the office, and we do appreciate you, Miss Jackie, and congratulate you for having that. Okay, next we're going to move on. There was no old business, so we're going to move on to new business. And first up, I believe, Mr. Sanders, we got a little date change.
Correct, yeah. Many of us will be attending the annual league conference and training update. This year it's in Huntsville, and it will probably take away a quorum. Most of us, I believe, are attending. So I move that we change our second May meeting from the 15th to the 22nd. Fortunately, we have 5 Thursdays, so it's an easy adjustment this year.
Excellent. Is there a second?
Second.
They need you to turn your,
Testing, is that not working?
No, we see it is.
Oh, okay, I was just too far away. I'm sorry. All right, so the motion was to postpone our May 15th meeting to May 22nd due to the league conference, and most of our, I believe everybody's attending, or certainly the majority, so we would be without a quorum.
Excellent. And we did get the second there? Okay. I heard the second, I didn't hear the original motion. No, I'm just kidding. Some did. Let's see here. I noticed some other cities. I saw that in the
Yes.
news. They've already been doing this
Yes.
too, so we're not the only one that's having to move the meeting around that particular week, so do appreciate that. Any discussion regarding that date change? All in favor of the date change, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we will change the date. Madam Clerk, make sure we'll need to get that posted, let everybody know when the meeting will be. Next up is Ms. Kirkland. I believe they've need some items up at the youth sports park.
Yes, we do. And I would like to offer a motion to approve the crushed brick for the fields at PYSC for $1,930, but we also need a new refrigerator, a reach-in refrigerator. So I'm asking for if we can do $5,000 at least for the refrigerator and the crush rock.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second then for that. Again, like I say, we attempted to have the refrigerator repaired. We checked to see if it was still in warranty. It was out of warranty. We looked at repairs, and it turns out that you can get a whole new fridge for less money than what the repairs are going to cost. So that unit's been around for a little while, so it would be best to just go ahead and move on with the new one. Any other discussion about fridges or crushed brick? Okay. I'm sure they would love, if anyone would like to assist when they start putting that brick out, I'm sure they'll look for volunteers. So.
It's great to see our park so well utilized.
It is.
It really is. It's great to have that outlet for the young people, and glad we can invest in there.
Excellent, excellent. That's very true. All right, all in favor of this motion for the $5,000, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we'll go ahead and have that taken care of. Next, let's see here. Eric discussed with us during the pre-council regarding some issues that we've had as our computers are being migrated over from Windows 10 to Windows 11. The fact that this needs additional hardware requirements. Some of our units are not going to be able to make the jump. So he's asked for some funds to be allocated tonight so that we could potentially have to get a computer up pretty quick before our next meeting. The problem is that the one that's acting up the most right now happens to be our treasurer, and needless to say, we definitely, well, it could help get us back down to that $22,000 level, but again, all our credit may be busted by the time we get finished. So anyway, Ms. Glenda, I believe you also were going to offer that.
Okay. Yes, we do have some computing needs, and I would like to offer a motion to purchase a replacement computer for Windows 11 of hardware upgrade for $3,000.
Is there a second?
Second. Letitia by nose on that one.
I think so. The, again, we don't anticipate that it'll actually cost that much. It gives a little bit of a window in there for that. They were $2,400 or something like that here just a few months back when we had to get the new one for the operations director. So anyway, we'll basically, our Clearwinds folks will make sure they order the exact same model and the one that will work there for that. So all in favor of this computer, replacement computer, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're good with computers. Next, we are coming back to the parking lot light next month. Next is Ms. Irvin concerning some Bicentennial Park maintenance.
Yes, I would like to offer a motion to allot $5,000 for the Bicentennial Park maintenance and upgrades for the playground.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. So basically, it's come to, I'm sure anyone who visits up there at the playground at the Bicentennial Park has probably noticed that there's been some swings missing from our system and a few other failures of some of the play equipment up there. And so basically, this would allow us to be able to replace those items that are out. Warm weather starting to come up, and the kids are showing up and they're saying, hey, where are the swings? So anyway, hopefully this will allow us to be able to get those back online fairly quickly and let the children have some fun up there. So any other comments concerning swing sets? That sounds good. So I thought the twirly thing or whatever, I was trying to imagine a few of y'all on that, so I was just all right, all in favor of the Bicentennial Park maintenance items, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we will get that taken care of also. All right, that finishes everything out in new business. Next, I don't know if any of the department heads had anything they would like to share. I believe that Miss Allison does. Got that shameless promotion in earlier there with the farmers market, but
My name is Allison Scanlon. I'm the director of Pinson Public Library. Just a quick update about some things we have going on. We had the chance to host some of the concert ensembles from the high school last Saturday in the Rock School Auditorium. Mrs. Lyles, their assistant band director, reached out to us and wanted a chance to have the community enjoy a free concert for everyone, and we were happy to do that. As a former band kid, I was very excited to be able to help with that. So we had the brass ensemble, the woodwind ensemble, and the jazz band come and perform for us, and that was well attended. And we thank Mayor Roberts for not only attending, but also helping advertise it at the council meeting before, when I was not able to attend. We love partnering with our schools and helping them in any way that we can. For the month of May, we kind of take a little bit of a break from our summer, or from our programming, because we're getting ready for summer. Summer will be here very soon, and we're planning a huge summer reading program filled with all kinds of fun and rewards for reading all summer long, and it's for anyone all the way from little bitty kids through adults and everyone in between. So everyone gets rewards for reading this summer. So yeah, our programming load will be a little light in May as we're kind of getting ready for all of those things. We have over 60 events planned this summer in June and July. Our kickoff for the summer reading program is June the 7th. That's when everything really gets going, and it goes through July 31st.
Excellent. So do we have a theme for this year?
Yes.
Has it been revealed yet, or can it be revealed? Okay.
So the theme this year is Color Our World. So it's all about the arts, even, music, painting, sculptures, theater, any sort of artistic endeavor. So we're going to have a lot of art-themed programming for all ages, and we're very excited about that.
Excellent, excellent. It's going to be a lot of fun. It was fun last Saturday. We do appreciate the band coming and doing that. Very enjoyable, a lot of fun, and they very good. Like I say, it was had some very good music up there on that. And you'll be proud to know that the acoustics over there are excellent for bands like that. So I mean, you could hear really well up there. So I definitely enjoy that. Look forward to seeing them do that again. I believe that was our first edition of that particular event, so look forward to being able to have that again. I don't know, Mr. Sanders, do you know when the mariachi event is taking place?
Oh, I can get a date on that.
Okay.
Let y'all know.
Keep your eyes peeled. They're actually having a specific concert. It'll be back at the high school very soon, just for the mariachi band. He said, look, we have to separate that off now because it is so popular. They have a lot of songs that they play also. He said, look, if we combine all these groups together, it'll be 3-4 hour concert. So as a result, now we can kind of sample a little bit at a time. But a lot of those same students are involved in the mariachi band, and again, they do a really good job. So it's a lot of fun. So look forward to that.
What I will probably do at our next meeting as the outgoing booster president, coincidentally, is probably have a band report and maybe their requested needs for the upcoming year as well.
My understanding is that we have some new sousaphone players coming up.
Yes, we have a strong 8th grade group incoming, and possibly we'll need some more instruments. Mr. Brandenburg also indicated, speaking of mariachi, there's an opportunity that he may pursue with us about actually commissioning a piece in the name of the city and the band, but I'll get some more information and bring that to y'all at the next meeting, hopefully.
Excellent, excellent. Like I say, it's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Yes.
No.
I am Jackie Williams. I'm the revenue clerk here. And I just want to start by saying I'm not the person to surprise, but I am so thankful. Thank you guys so much for recognizing me. It means a lot to me. But I couldn't have done it more without my colleagues and mentors, Mrs. Marie, Mrs. Heather, Eric Winfrey, Hal. I appreciate you guys for just taking me under your wing and just showing me the way. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much again, Council and Mayor.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Ms. Williams has assisted on occasion when Madam Clerk couldn't be here, and she's out at some of the different kind of clerks training on there. Ms. Williams has kept me in the correct lanes up here during the meeting, so we appreciate that. Is there any other staff that needed to speak? All right, before we go to public comment, I just found something here that I meant to bring up during the pre-council, and that is this, that we've done this in the past, and it was basically an ad in the Trustful Tribune regarding our seniors, where they do the graduation special section. And so if this is something you guys are interested in, we would need to entertain a motion because we have to get this stuff together. I'll pass that down here for a moment. Let you guys decide if there's something that you would like to do there with that. Sorry to spring it on you, but I put it at the back of the pile.
No, we'll have to, what have we been doing historically?
Let's see, Heather's the one that was telling me, I don't remember.
I think we did a half a page last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I know we did a half page during the football season. I
Yeah.
don't recall what we did for the seniors, but I think that sounds about right.
Did we do anything for seniors last year?
She said we did, but I'm not sure.
we did we?
I remember football because I got the picture for that, but I don't think we did anything for the
Okay.
seniors.
You guys call there on that, so,
All right, we have a page?
okay. Is that a motion?
Yes. I can
Okay.
make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
You
So
pass
that
it
would
to
be
council.
package 2, I believe. Let her look at that just before we vote. Package 2, it would cost $460. You good? Okay. All in favor of going with that package 2, the half-page ad, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So we get that set. So thanks for letting me slide that in there. Okay, at this time, if there's anyone from
Mr.
the
Mayor?
public that would like,
Uh,
sorry.
We don't want to forget trade days this weekend.
Oh, okay, great.
So I would like to, Saturday, so if everyone would show
What are the
up.
hours again on that?
It's from 10 to 2.
10 to 2. That sounds good, so.
And also, can we get someone to put it on the marquee?
I'm sure we can.
Okay.
So we've been, Miss Heather probably has that package ready to go. We just have to punch in the date. So we'll get that done. All right.
Mr. Mayor, before
Yes.
we go,
Mhm. Sorry.
don't forget we have the Fire College graduation Friday at 5, correct? It's at Refresh Church.
So that's tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, Friday is tomorrow.
Yes, okay.
I'd like for all y'all, please try to be there by 4:45, because it starts at 5 sharp.
Okay.
Got a place for y'all in front to sit, and actually, it's kind of fun to dress up a little bit, code-wise. We prefer, everybody else is gonna be in a code, because that's why.
Get you ready there, so yes.
I apologize, I didn't get y'all the run down here, we had a presentation on it, so.
Not a problem, Chief. Appreciate that. All right, so is there anyone from the public that would like to speak at this time? I don't see anybody. I don't see any other chiefs that are jumping up and running down to the microphone, so, but that's, oh, wait, he does, okay.
I do have plenty to say. The property beside the fire station and behind the storm shelter is looking fantastic. We really appreciate the work that's being done there, and it's looking really good. We're looking forward to it being completed, and I'm sure Miss Fay Moore appreciates it as well. It's going to help her property tremendously. And the work at the PHCC looks fantastic too. And any work that's been done to that building is going to make our fire station look fantastic. So, we really thank y'all for putting forth that effort. I'll give some. I've never done this before, but I'll give some reports on our runs at Palmerdale. So for the month of April, we ran a total of 144 calls. Of that, 70 were in the city limits of Pinson. 52 of those were rescue and EMS type calls, and that would include any medical calls and also any motor vehicle accidents. So we have 52 of those. We also had 7 fire type calls. Those would include any kind of smoke scare or odor or structure fire, things of that nature. Did have a small incident at the high school where it ended up being an air handler. Air handler put some smoke in one of the classrooms. It was scary for a little bit, but, you know, we ensured that there was no danger to anybody. And we ventilated the place very well. And actually, a shout out to Mr. McIntosh, Coy McIntosh, and all of the kids there. They did fantastic getting out of the building, and he was a tremendous help in getting that situation handled. So, but that's all I have. Thank you all very much.
Any questions for the chief?
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that. So that was during school when that happened?
It was at the very end. It was right before they got out. So it was a little bit stressful for them anyway. They were trying to wrangle the kids together before the car line lined up.
Right.
So it was right at the end of the day. All is well. They got everything handled.
So do they say this is not a drill when there's really smoke and fire? Or
Well, they've got them trained well enough. When they hear the alarms, everybody runs out the door. Which,
Excellent.
You know, yeah.
Excellent.
So it went very well.
Well, I'm glad it turned out to be a minor mechanical problem there and not a big fire incident.
Absolutely. But our guys at Palmerdale, they did fantastic responding. We were there in no time. Had there been any kind of serious emergency, we would have handled it greatly. And we had center point on the way, so, you know, if anything had arose, we would have taken care of it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much.
Last call. If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Second.
They're trying to coordinate around here now, so on that right there. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are hereby adjourned at 7:58.